All right, everybody, here we go. One Piece chapter, full spoilers. Chapter 1163. The chapter opens up with Emu controlling Saturn's body, attacking both pirates and marines without discrimination. Okay, that's cool. Hate everybody equally. The entire battlefield is engulfed in destruction and panic. All right, amid the chaos, Zebek stands tall before the mysterious shadowy figure. Rocks. Hey, King of Rats over there. You came all this way just to kill me, didn't you? That's pretty sick. Love that. Love the way that Rock just called him the King of Rats. Like that's awesome. King of Rats. We call Shanks that. I think Oda does see this, and he gave Emu that. Yeah, yeah, nice. All right, Emu. To think it was you, Davy Jones. Rocks. Ha. You got that wrong. The wrong man. Never met that fella. But I'll tell you one thing: a promise ought to be kept. Don't you agree? All right, so that's a little weird that Emu called Rock straight up Davy Jones. Like, yeah, that must just mean Rock has the will of Davy Jones or something. Cause I I think it was Saturn that called Luffy. No, it was Bonnie that called Luffy Nika, and then he said something very similar. So that's pretty strange. All right, that's really strange. And I got some pretty cool stuff at the end. I don't know if it'll get me in trouble, but I'll still share it. Emu, that's why you must all be erased, completely eradicated from history. Moo's world is not yet complete. Rocks, the world is not yours. The two collide. Their attack shaking the island itself. Ooh. All right, so we know this is a battle of the top tiers, the two big strongest of this generation. The two strongest of the generation, obviously shaking an island. Meanwhile, Garp arrives with a group of Marines. He witnessed Emu's attack, consuming everything in sight, allies, enemies alike. Marines. Garp, should we provide backup? Garp, of course we should. Marines, but to whom? That is very true. The one thing I want to know, though, which is really weird about this dialogue with Garp and the Marines, it says, but to whom? So it's like they already kind of knew of Emu. Oh, yeah, wait. Change scenes real quick. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, so it really changed. It seems like they know who it is. They seem to know who Emo is. Because he says, but to whom? The confused captures the state of God Valley perfect. There are no sides anymore, only survival. That makes complete sense. All right. Sheen shifts to the Roger Pirates versus the Rocks Pirates. In a spectacular double spread, Captain John reveals his fruit powers, the Jiki Jiki no Mi, the same as Captain Kidd's. Nice. That's pretty sick. So is Captain John his father, or they just had the same devil fruit? Who cares? So that's pretty sick. Captain John, come to me, treasure. Big eater. Kanjan, meaning big magnetic grasp. That's pretty cool. I mean, that kind of should. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I always liked the magnetic powers. I was always a big fan of magnetic powers. Like I love Magneto, and that's pretty corny. But still, I don't know. I just like magnetic powers for some reason. I always feel like there's so much you could do with it. But Kid definitely uses the fruit 50 times better than Captain John does. Like 100%. Like Kid actually could fight with it. It seems like Captain John's only using it for treasure, and then like that's about it. Gold, silver weapons soar towards him as the power sweep through the island. Gabon, all metals are reacting. Don't let your weapons be taken. That's kind of weird, to be honest, because I thought like Gabon would have strong enough hockey. He probably has like hockey, so it can't take it away. He's probably talking to like the weaker of the Roger Pirates. Roger, massive magnetic force detected from the valley entrance to the southeast. Roger, out of my way. I don't give a damn about that. I love it that Roger is just so powerful and overwhelmingly strong that he doesn't even give a shit about Captain John's power. He's just running through it, and that's it. Despite the overwhelming magnetism, Roger charges towards ahead. The source of the true chaos, Emu and Rox's battle. That's pretty sick. Now we finally got Roger on the battlefield with Garp, Rocks, Emu, Whitebeard, and Kaido. Gong Zui. A sky snake red cannon, a hard and explosive shot of dried mucus lands into Captain John, defeating him instantly. Who do I know that has that power? Oh, right there, Mr. Five. Oh, ew. Ew. Yeah, I don't really care for Crocodile's crew besides Dallas Bones. That's really it. Crocodile's crew is kind of. Oh, no, Bonclay. Bonclay, can't forget Bonclay. But that's about it. Everybody else in this crew is kind of. They're just good fights for sure. All right, weird tangent. In the process, Dragon's gun is pulled away by John's magnetic power, making him stumble and lose consciousness. As Dragon and Shanks get separated, a little red-haired boy climbs into one of the treasure chests. A moment then suitably mirrors his mysterious origin. Nice. Nice. So now we know how Shanks put himself in the chest. Dragon didn't just give him to the Roger Pirates. No, he put himself in it. And I actually my theory was Dragon was gonna see a fruit, eat the fruit, and then put Shanks in it, and then give it to Roger, or like somehow get to Roger. But it seems Dragon just doesn't know. And honestly, I feel bad. It seems like Dragon is literally like Kobe in this situation. He's just kind of just getting wrecked around by like all these powerful fucking pirates. It's insane. Back to the main battlefield, Garp pushes forward towards Rocks and Emu's fight, but Marines grab him to stop. Marines, no, you can't, Vice Admiral Garp. That's the highest authority in the world government. Garp, you mean that vermin? Nearby, Kaido eagerly asks Rocks to let him take a turn fighting, but before Rocks can answer, Linlin swoops down from the sky on Zeus, furious. Linlin, hold it right there, Kaido. I'm going to kill you. Yo, I said in the last chapter, that was the best interaction of all time. Is Kaido smacking Big Mom right in her face, taking the fruit, smiling, turning into a dragon, just dipping it off. And then now we get to see it coming full circle, and Linlin's just tight. Kaido, you're jealous, huh? Watch this. He doesn't even give a damn. Kaido doesn't give a damn. He's just like, yo, I'm just gonna use this fruit. I'm gonna go crazy, and let's hopefully see if I'm a top tier like you guys. But it's actually very interesting because now that we see all of Rox's top subordinates all had devil fruits. Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Captain John, Gong Zui, who am I? Shiki. Everybody had a devil fruit. Does Rox have a devil fruit? Did they ever answer that? I mean, she just called him Davy Jones, kind of like how Saturn or Bonnie saw Luffy in that form, then called him Nika. Maybe Zebek has a fruit that he's using why he's so powerful. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't say anything. And remember, Kaido says Haki transcends all, and Roger took Haki. He specified that Roger didn't have a devil fruit. He never said nothing about Zebek. So there's going to be something with Zebek. All right, back to the real chapter. At the same time, Roger finally arrives, ready to strike at Emu. Roger, Garp, that one's mine. That's nice how they're playing off like a rivalry right there, Roger. And the one most epic double spreads in all of One Piece, the strongest figures in the era unite for a single legendary assault against Emu. Now we get named attacks. Garp, Galaxy Impact, Roger, Divine Departure, Rocks, Pandemonium, Nugay, Spacebreaker, Linlin, Ikoku, Sovereignty. Like one half of the attack that she did with Kaido on the roof. And what Doro and Brogy be using. Oh wait. There we go. Ooh. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I gotta keep it like that for now. Till I switch everything around. Alright. That combined might shatters the heavens. The collision obliterates Emu's body into fragments. And I do have some other spoilers. I think I saw a picture on Twitter. I might just post that. As the smoke clears, Kaido continues to boast, dodging Linlin's furious swing. Her attack misses, hits Emu's body instead. Kaido laughs his first ever Bolo Blast, though he hasn't even named it yet. Okay, so that's why he just yelled out, Dragon. All right. But that's hilarious that Linlin wasn't even trying to hit Emu. It was Kaido was so close and in range of Emu. And honestly, like, let's give it up for Kaido. Like, he had the agility to just dodge that quick, like in the dragon form. Like, that's pretty sick. Like, we seen him do it like in the future, but it makes sense in the future. But as a kid doing that, just getting the fruit from Big Mom, who's very used to using her powers, massive. That's cool for Kaido. But the triumph doesn't last long. Imu's body regenerates unfazed, but even that godlike attack, a wave of overwhelming Supreme King's Haki explodes from Imu, knocking out countless Marines and pirates across God Valley. Why is it every time we see Imu, she gets hit or something, but then just flexes her Haki? Like, that's it. Like, I don't even care. Imu, your stocks is still low to me because you didn't knock out any of the Straw Hats, and you did that. None of the Straw Hats went down. None of them. And they even... that's all the Straw Hats witnessing your whatever, how old you are, hockey. And you couldn't even get a Straw Hat down. You feel me? All right. Even then, Rocks refuses to stop. He slices Imu's body into pieces with his sword, but it's useless. The dark being taunts him in a chilling tone. Mu can see your wife and son running through the forest. Crazy observation feat from Imu that he's fighting all the top tiers and then staring at Rocks' kids. Don't you dare touch them. Despite being in pieces, Imu's tendrils lash out and pierce Rocks' body. Yeah, Imu, rest assured, Mu won't be doing anything. Rocks are attack that barely a mosquito bite. Imu, you will be the one to wipe out your entire clan, annihilate your wife and son. What? As if something that absurd. Domi Reversi. God damn, this OPS move. Black, whatever. Rocks are in the final breakout double spread. Imu Curse Power overtakes Rocks as Garp, Rogers, New Game Leland watch in horror. I bet you Kaido's still laughing. That's the reason they didn't even put this dude's name in this page. He's probably still just looking at Big Mom and just dying laughing while Rocks is transformed into a demon with his fangs elongating as his humanity fades. And Kaido is there, still probably just laughing at Big Mom. In addition, the chapter ends with Eris and Young Teach running through the forest, unaware of what their fate is about to become. That's insane. So, just like we all expected, Domi Reversied Rocks. Domi Reversied Rocks. This power is just OP, but thank God, Roger and Garp and Big Mom and everybody are there. Thank God. I'm sure all of them could hold off Rocks, but the thing is, Emu's there too. Those are the two top dogs. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Damn, bruh. Y'all got to just dip. At this point, just run. They got Rocks, bro. They got Rocks. I mean, unless Rocks is able to fight it off. And I'm guessing Roger, Garp, everybody heard what Emu just said to Rocks, and they're all gonna chase after Rocks and probably try to stop him. I think Emu's just gonna dip after this. Emu is actually what I want to know what's gonna happen with Emu after this now. Like, for real, I want to know what is Emu gonna do after this. Like, is he just gonna dip now, and just let Rocks just kind of go rampant and just destroy all of God Valley? Like, what's gonna happen there? Or will Harold pop up? Maybe Harold might pop up. Actually, I wanted to show what I wanted to show now. This Instagrammer I found gets raw spoilers. I can't really zoom in that well. But we got some spreads from the fucking chapter, which is pretty cool. Shout out to One Piece is a Masterpiece on Instagram. But go check out their page. They got the raw spreads. And the only one, one I want to show was Dragon getting pulled. That one is hilarious. Emu's conquers again. Like, I still don't get, why is that Emu's number one thing? Why is Emu always just flex and conquer? And then right at the end, right here is the back, turning into his dragon form. Ah, man, it's insane. It's an insane chapter, and hopefully we get to see it soon. Full translations. We'll get the next video will actually be with the chapter pages and everything. And yeah, man, great episode. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.